All right, so I'm here with my rising star member and student, Parker Cheney. Parker, good morning.
Morning, thank you.
Yeah, good stuff. I see you're in your car again, getting it done.
Absolutely.
And I apologize for my casual attire, but those are the benefits of being an entrepreneur and owning your own business and
Absolutely.
working from home. But more importantly, you've had an incredible week so far. We're halfway through January 2023 here. And according to my numbers and the message you sent me on Tuesday, you've got about $95,000 in your sales pipeline right now, generated through this strategy that we're going to show here in a second. But real quick, what were you doing prior to Recruitemy and prior to owning your recruiting business?
Yeah. So prior to owning my recruiting business, I was just doing a sales job in logistics industry, doing good at it and having success. But it was just with having a 5-month-old boy coming up before he was born, I was like, I got to figure something out because I'm working 60 hours a week at home. I need to figure something out. And so I decided, hey, let's start a business. Let's watch some YouTube videos. Ended up landing a couple customers, getting some billings in. And then, never recruited before, never did any of that. New people. That's what got me into it. And then got super busy with it. And, in recruiting, the money, once the money starts coming in, it's good, especially in direct placements. So I had to quit. And wife freaked out a little bit, but once the checks hit, she loosened up a little bit. But yeah, that's how I got here.
Yeah, and your story is so similar to so many people that I talked to during the week who are thinking about starting a recruiting business. It can be scary, and I get that. And it's intimidating if you've never owned a company before. But, if you're watching this video and you're in a place right now where you're just kind of feeling like you're going through the motions every day and you're, at a desk or you're working for a boss and you just really have the desire to be your own boss and have a better lifestyle. Number one, I acknowledge that that's a scary thing to do. And it can, changing up your routine in your life is never the most comfortable thing in the world, but it's important to get out of your comfort zone, like Parker's done, like I've done, like so many members have done. And I just think it's a great example, Parker, of what you've done in short order so far. So all that being said, kind of give us the LinkedIn hack, the free LinkedIn hack that you're doing that anyone can do that's watching this video right now. You can apply the same strategy and start getting responses from clients and candidates and getting your calendar filled, start getting new recs, etc.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you want me to share my screen?
Yeah. Go ahead and share your screen. I think you have the sharing rights.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you're not full-time, you can still do this and comment on people's posts. Commenting is huge, which Russ shared with me. I knew it helped, but commenting, if you can't post every day, if you're working a job, comment on people's stuff, engage, meet people, send messages. But what Russ has shown me is how to post about your experiences in your job and the pain points of the customer and speaking to those things. And I've made less than 10 posts in the last 2 weeks, but really in the last week, I've kind of tried to ramp it up and been commenting. And you can see here in the last week, I've had 1,000 people view my profile and 22,000 impressions on my post, which you can do. And I had no following before, less than 500 connections. And within now, you can see on my screen, within the past week, I've gotten over 600. I was under 2,000 before the beginning when that was in the last 7 days. So
Parker, keep your screen right there for a second. Go back up to your headline. Was this one of the banners that our guy had created for you in the beginning?
No, it's not. I threw it up on, watched a couple tutorials.
Yeah.
Free trial on Adobe Illustrator. If you literally want to be super lean and don't want to spend any money, you get like a free 30 days on Illustrator. Watch the tutorial on how to do it. Threw a picture because I'm in logistics of a truck, threw my logo on there, which I also did in Illustrator for free, and then niche down to freight broker instead of logistics and supply chain. Even the change of my name to freight broker recruiter, I've gotten 5 or 6 messages from CEOs in the past week, and it's only been there literally less than a week, saying, hey, we're looking for a freight broker recruiter. And they go on my page, they see, oh, this guy was a freight broker, let's chat because he knows what he's talking about.
So here's a great example. A lot of people I talk to are kind of torn, should I be in a niche? What kind of recruiting should I do? I'm always of the camp and mindset that yes, the more niche you get with your recruiting business, the easier it's going to be to expand your brand and get more connections on LinkedIn. And there's more of a demand out. I think, case in point, what I'm seeing right here, it's so crystal clear to me what you do. Your headline and what you put in your banner, #1 freight broker recruiter. It's so simple and so perfect. So when you're driving traffic, when you're doing all these comments on LinkedIn, people are viewing your profile. They're seeing that. They know exactly what you do. And you're not trying to be the jack of all trade recruiter, which I think so many recruiters fall short in that area because it's just too confusing for the customer to understand what they're good at. So
Right.
great job on that piece. And I know one of your strategies is to really look at who's viewing your profile, which I do as well. It's amazing, right? If someone's viewing your profile, it's literally someone raising their hand saying, hey, sell to me, I'm ready to buy in most cases. What is the message that you send those people, the connection message? I thought it was really cool how you do that.
Yeah. So on the connection message here, or when they view my profile, I talked to this guy a couple times. Let me pull it up here. And I just said, if I scroll up, you can see we've been talking all last night.
Yeah.
I just said, hey, David, saw you like a few of my posts and view my profile. So I thought I'd reach out. How's your week going? And then next thing you know, we connected, we hit it off, talking about kids, talking about personal development, talking about everything. Like they've got the core 5 books at their company that their CEO has everybody read. He's big into it. And he's like, man, we need to hop on a call. Like, this is like, we're really connecting. And I've tried to get on a call with him before and he wasn't too keen on it, but just I'd seen he view my profile 2-3 times. And he knows, I mean, especially he knows that I'm a freight broker recruiter and they have a freight brokerage and he's the co-owner of a freight brokerage. But that message, then if someone sends me a connection request, I'll accept it and I'll say, thanks for connecting. Hope you're doing well so far. Quick question: was there anything about my profile, or like what was it that made you shoot me a connection? And everybody,
that's the one. That's the one I was gonna highlight here. Is you literally asked the person, "Hey, what was it about my profile that you made you connect with me?"
Yep, exactly. And I did it to this guy. You can see here. I said something about his tagline. He called a PhD. It was a funny acronym for something, and he said he was raising 3 aliens to become humans. Quick question: was there anything about my profile that got you shooting me a connection? Anyway, we were looking up for a broker recruiter. Your profile came up in the search. Would you be interested in learning about the opportunity? I was like, absolutely. Let's hop on a call. Got on a call today, talked for an hour, shot them an engagement contract, $1,500 up front. I think he's going to go with it. He's used recruiters before and been burned by non-niche specific recruiters, which is another big thing. You put that, you say you're an engineer or whatever it is, or software engineer recruiter. You put it in there and people know, hey, this is exactly what this guy does. I understand you want to make a $10 million company, but look, make your 6 figures niching down, make your first $1 million, and then expand your horizons and go from.
I love it. So I think this is kind of like a lesson for all of us, right? A lot of us are looking for the shiny object, the new software tool out there that's going to work on automation, that's going to get us new recruiting clients. And guys, this is all manual work. This is digging in on LinkedIn, spending hours, being extremely targeted and sophisticated with your hunting and biz dev strategies, but it pays off, right? I mean, you mentioned to me earlier, Parker, that you think you're spending too much time on LinkedIn. I would argue, no, spend as much time as possible on here, because anybody who's starting a recruiting business, all of your ideal client profiles are right here in this database. Over 800 million users just waiting to buy from you. There's a percentage of those people. So.
And one last thing I do want to share, a big thing that I do, because I follow people in the industry and I want to make sure I'm commenting on their posts. They have a lot of followers. I'll put them in an engagement folder, and you can see here, there is, multiple people that post a lot, and I'll go to their activity and check their posts. Like, for example, this guy posts a lot. He has a video go out every day. I'll comment on it. I've had a couple people that say, oh, you were connected with this guy. And I'll go to his post and comment on it. And people see it. He's got 18,000 followers, which is pretty big for our industry. And so, I'll go through there 2 seconds. And then the other hack I showed you with the chat GPT to do the comments. And it's insane. You spend half an hour going through comments. You just did 10 hours worth of business development emails and cold calls for yourself.
Absolutely love it. So you actually developed an organizational system around people that are influencers within your niche. Yep. Because you know that if you start using chat GPT to automate and comment on whatever they're posting, it increases your engagement, you get more connections, which leads to more business. I absolutely love it. Good stuff. Yeah, Parker, thank you so much for coming on here and kind of sharing that with us and this wisdom and knowledge. I hope everyone here got some value from that, and happy hunting, guys.